Friends, hello. It is the weekend, maybe Monday when you're watching this. At this point, all of us should be making a load of money off Palantir. If you're not making money off Palantir right now, I don't know where you've went wrong here, but I hope people, at least bought in at 40 and they've held here. So what is going to happen here in the next few days with Palantir? Well, a lot. So let's break this down and go right into what is about to happen with Palantir. First things first, quarterlies will be coming out here with Palantir just on November 4th after market closes. So that is going to be a huge day for all of us. Now that is going to be a Monday, and that is the day before the election. So the market should be the market probably will be doing well, not to mention it will be on steroids, but that's like an even bigger boost here because Palantir will be coming out with these quarterlies that we suspect will be very good. Now, if you look at the estimates on what these quarterlies should be is that, they should of course, when you're reading articles, most of them that you're finding are saying, we know that they're going to be good quarterlies. The question is, how good are they going to be? The expectation is that they'll meet, but the high expectation is that they'll just beat them by 1% more than what they're supposed to. But Palantir, as they've been releasing quarterlies this year, they have been beating expectations. Not huge, but they have been doing well. More than not, what Palantir has been doing this year is something a little bit better to make the future with shareholders better. They've been capturing bigger and bigger deals here. They've been getting huge projects, deals. The Microsoft situation, going on to the S&P 500, all these other little deals that deals that we thought were huge last year, will turn out there's even bigger ones this year. So we're continuing to see stuff like that too. And I've talked about I don't want to talk about this too much because I've talked about it so much. I know people don't want to hear me say it anymore, but Alex Karp has been giving interviews this year talking about what is coming. He knows there's things coming. And, he's leaving a breadcrumb trail here to people where he's saying like, hey, I can't come out and directly tell you that, maybe our quarterlies are going to knock your faces off. We've got some deals coming that people don't know about yet. But what he was saying in these interviews that we saw here just months ago, he was saying, we're undervalued. We don't have any competition. We don't have a ceiling yet. There's no ceiling on what Palantir is going to do here with business, with financials. There's nothing here yet. So, and that's why you're seeing every YouTuber, you're seeing every investor, you're seeing all these articles come out where they're, the zeitgeist has changed quite a bit in the past 2 years with Palantir. From a stock that was sitting at $7 and we all knew it was undervalued to now we're going, my God, it's even more undervalued, and maybe it's going to be $100 here by, in the middle of next year. Maybe by next summer this thing is going to really be pushing here. So can we capture $60 this week? I don't think that's too crazy, to be honest. I think 50 is definitely in the realm. We could be talking about $50 this week. This will be the last week fully in the market before the election, so this should be a big popping week in the market. It should be probably new highs for some things here. And Palantir will more than likely be pushing hard here Thursday, Friday. Monday, obviously, will be the release of the quarterlies, but they will be after hours. So Tuesday will really be the judgment of how much higher this is going to go. Now, obviously, there's already some pricing going in here with Palantir. Palantir was not sitting anywhere near this on the last quarterly. So now that it's sitting at this essentially $40 range, this is leaving a lot of us to suspect that, Palantir is trying to get out of the 30s completely to never go back, but also trying to get out of the 40s and get into the 50s here very soon. So that's a very real possibility this week that we might see $50 this week here. But I believe it will probably come later in the week. I don't expect much out of Monday and Tuesday. I think we're going to see a bigger push here later in the week. So, bullet points to really focus on here with Palantir. What I would tell anybody that, I was friends with, anybody that asked my opinion, listen, I'm just a guy in the market just like the rest of you who's had luck, done some right things, and likes to put my money in companies that are going after, bigger things in the future, that are capturing really big deals, numbers. They're getting out of debt. Their money on hand is becoming better and better. That's the kind of things you want to put your money into in a company. Now, of course, there's plays out there that are a little more riskier, and they might pay off. But more than not, Palantir is a very low risk at this point. You know, the risk with Palantir at this point is not buying in or not buying more of it. So I bought in Palantir, you know, back when it was in the teens. Then I bought more when it was in the 20s, and then I started a new portfolio position in it when it was in the 30s and 40s here now. So, you know, maybe I'll do it into the 60s. I don't know, but you know, what I know is that these deals are not stopping, and it's getting more in the realm of Palantir is going to be $100 stock here before we know it. So like I was saying, you know, this is why the zeitgeist of it is so out of control right now. You know, there's a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people personal life, you know, they think Palantir is going to 100 to 150, 200, that it's going to somewhat have a run like Nvidia. Now, it's far away from Nvidia numbers. That's obviously, so for the person leaving the comment already, like, listen, I know here, I get it. Completely different companies, completely different financials right now. There was a time too where you can even find big investors from, you know, 6 months ago where they were saying they sold out of Nvidia because they just thought it was done. They thought the run was done. But it doesn't make a lot of sense too, because talking about Nvidia for a moment, even if you buy Nvidia now at $140 and some change where it's at, Nvidia's still going to start all back over because this Blackwell chip of theirs. It's just going to pick right back up. It's going to go bananas again here. Probably 2025, we're going to see once again all new highs with Nvidia, and it's going to break records. It's not going to make any sense. It's going to capture FOMO again, and people are going to buy in it. That's a very real possibility here for Palantir. Not only right now are we pricing in a stock that everyone's trying to figure out, okay, how much more is it going to go? How much more expensive is this stock going to get? Is this now a $50 stock? Is it now a $60 stock? Is it going to just meet expectations here with these quarterlies and probably sell off into a high 30? That's a possibility. It's a good possibility. If that's the worst we're looking at here, I think a lot of us are okay with that because we know still it's going to go up. Palantir's not stopping here regardless. Even if these quarterlies come out and they're just like, okay, well, they're good. Great. That's the worst possible situation right now. We know they're going to meet quarterlies. The question is, are these quarterlies going to be something that we did not see coming, where people are going to miss the boat? Can these quarterlies push Palantir to a $50 price target? Possibly. I think, too, what we're going to see a lot of this week, it's going to be FOMO. It's going to be people buying in because they're scared of what they may miss out here. FOMO. It's a real thing. But when a stock gets out of control, you always have to price in FOMO too. You have to price in of it's just getting out of control. People don't want to lose out on it. They're going to buy it at whatever price, especially right now with the market being at all-time highs. I mean, the market, week by week, we're like, it's Russian roulette at this point, but people just keep buying because the market has not stopped rolling. We've had some sell-off here, but still, the S&P is holding this 58 right now. It's holding this 5,800. It does not want to let go of it. Spoke so much on Palantir, everything about it. And it really, the main thing you should know here is that Palantir is not going to stop going up. Even if we meet expectations on this quarterly, consider it a blessing to where you can pile up more capital in Palantir, okay? The worst thing we might see here is that Palantir sells off into a high 30. Honestly, there's a part of me that hopes it does because I want to get more Palantir because I know 2025 is going to be insane for the company. I know it's going to continue to grow. I know the next 5 years growth-wise with this company is going to be ridiculous. Alex Karp has talked about this. And here's the thing you need to understand too. The more you're in the market, when you don't see a CEO boosting their company, talking about it, saying good things about it, that is a problem. When we don't have CEOs who are excited about their company, that's a real issue. When they hide away, when they don't come out and do free interviews, just the general media, that's a real concern. That's a concern. You know why it's a concern? Because they don't have anything good to say. There's nothing good about the company. It's just day-to-day business. They're trying to make their numbers. There's no expectations to go higher. With Palantir, sky's the limit. There's no ceiling. That's why it's becoming one of the biggest stocks, and probably this time next year, it's going to be in the top 5 of stocks everyone should hold. It's crazy to think that there's still people out there that don't know about Palantir. That's what's crazy. Friends, I'm going to shut up now. I wish all of you the best of luck. I really do mean that. I don't want to make this a long video. I just want to say, like, hey, quarterlies are coming out next Monday after market close. Be prepared. $44 a share right now may be extremely cheap to what is coming here in the next 2 weeks with Palantir. Friends, take care. Bye-bye.